Hey everyone, so I did a reading on someone by request that someone had requested I do a reading on a long time ago. Actually, I don't know when it was. And I'm not even sure how to pronounce the name. Zbigniew Brzezinski. That's my attempt at pronouncing the name. Um, Regardless, I did this reading and I wrote it down. And then after I wrote it down, I looked him up. And I'll be honest, there are some things that I had off, but there are also some things that are very interesting, and I'm going to be completely transparent here, and I'm going to point out the things that I was off about, and kind of help put things more into perspective of what makes more sense with maybe why I was off about these things. So I'm just going to go ahead and start reading what it was that I wrote before I looked him up. Saving loved ones from tanks feels heroic and very strategic. Not directly involved in war, but not directly in war, but involved. Nationalistic and very proud. Influential over society, but not through the power of Russia or Ukraine. Sides more with Ukraine, but isn't under their control. Possibly an oligarch. Seems to be around in southern Ukraine, but may have moved to Kyiv general geography. Now, here's the thing. After I did this reading, I looked him up and I found out that he's already passed away. And I'm not a medium, so I don't do that thing where people pull in their spirits and have direct communication. I read the energy instead. And so I have a different way of getting information. So I wasn't aware that he had already passed away. But what I was reading, even though he's not currently in these places, and I don't know if he ever was in Kyiv, but he was very influential over Kyiv, and he was born in some part of Poland that is now part of Ukraine. So, in some sense, he has been in Ukraine in the past, that is. So, I'm going to continue reading what I wrote before I knew anything about him. He has people he is close to living in the area. He seems to have some tricky ability to control situations to his liking. A very minor and subtle influence over war that he uses to advantage for his close family, friends, and business. Now, after looking him up, I found out that he has a lot of business as a politician in Poland and working even in the United States, and was one of the top leaders in the Trilateral Commission. So I'm going to continue reading here. He has insider knowledge of what is going on strategically. He is a businessman. And FYI, a country is a business, technically speaking. He doesn't like Zelenskyy personally, but is using the movement to his advantage. And while at the time I didn't understand that he'd passed away, I think that this still has truth to it, because his political career was all about fighting off Russia. And he was even part of some United States movement. I can't remember what it's called, but it was something like, basically the resistance against Russia is basically what it translated to. I saw a picture of him burning up paperwork and putting new plans in motion. He has worked with people in corrupt ways in the past and wants that to be buried info. The funneling of money and resources into Ukraine is helping him. Again, he's already passed away. However, this is all part of the strategy that he's been setting up his entire life. All of his life work has been in that direction. So it makes sense, even though I thought he was currently doing it. He's dead, but regardless. He is protecting his network of powerful people and organizations that build him up. He does not want there to be nukes involved, but I see something like nuclear technology being worked on. He is invested in companies developing technology in Ukraine. This seems to be many top secret military studies. He is deeper than Davos, and they seem to be the public face that he is deeper than. Like kind of like he's behind the curtain if Davos was the curtain. Deadly technology being developed is what I wrote. And, even if he's not currently invested, he does have children who are still alive, who are, from what I understand, still carrying on his work. And so in some sense, even if he's dead, his life work was invested in this. He wants those who have power to have more power. This would create stability for him and his economic understanding. He does not care about morals and is in the know of very powerful danger that may involve technology beyond our earthly understanding. He is not directly involved, but is a gatekeeper of the information and holds stability in place for it to continue. He works with many other very rich elite who want to control the world. He's afraid this technology and power will fall into the hands of the wrong person or people or groups. He is right that there are worse powers that could find it. He is not trying to liberate humanity as much as keep the system in place. He works with people and other oligarchs, but isn't directly under anyone's direct control beyond the agreements he has put himself into, similar to a mafia group. So that is what I was getting for, let me try and pronounce his name one more time, Zbigniew Brzezinski? Something like that. So I just did a little bit of research. I'm sure there's probably more research to do on this guy, so if you find out anything interesting, go ahead and leave that in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Give this video a thumbs up. All right.